They could look at this and they could go, okay, I get it. They're setting up the round table. I could do this weird little video thing with our logo that's always black for a bit, and people go, oh, did it break? And then, oh no, something's here. John just edited a video poorly. Great. So I could have
black. John's video's black.
Azeroth Roundtable. I thought you said
Oh,
square.
that's what it is.
So I could do that, and people would be like, oh, okay, they're just chatting, there's something. But now, no, I just straight to the cameras, why not? Let them see us pick our nose or whatever we gotta do.
I was tempted, but I was like, oh no.
Oh, wow, you've got that my face is frozen thing really good. Oh, never mind. You were frozen. It's cool.
Wait, what?
No, he's like this, like, and then he's going just full on like, yeah, you know, you're doing this and blah 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 blah. You know.
No.
We need to stop. Now we're live. We can't keep doing this dumb game.
No,
It is really fun to see what pose you can hold, though. Just to be like,
yeah.
I don't know, would it be believable if all of a sudden I just...
I don't know.
This is the show. What are we doing? Stop. Call down! Okay, we need to...
No, we're not doing that again.
This is so fun. This is the best episode we ever did.
Is it? All right, John, mission accomplished.
Yeah, yep. Fooling people. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. Just all of a sudden, just lock it up.
Oh, jeez, I forgot. Since we have Marconin, the gnomes are going to show up.
Oh, boy.
Hello, Frasley.
Ah.
This is a bunch of shit.
Cut it off. Shut it down.
Just all you have to do is tilt the camera up a little bit, and you won't see them.
They are in all cinematics, slightly off screen.
Yeah, except for the new one for Dazala Lore.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't see any gnomes.
It was really good until he got back up.
Well, hey, that's content. Should we start a show?
That is technically content. What if we said... Throw him to bed. Just throw him to bed.
So John, that means you're ready to do a show?
Not anymore.
Like, if I don't ask you this, then you interrupt me. You're like, I wasn't ready because you didn't ask me if I was ready. All right. Well, we're just going to do this. Marconin, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Welcome to Azeroth Roundtable, episode 305. My name is Ben Bumhofer. With me, as always, is John Jagger. Hey, John, it's Friday. How you doing?
Hey, Ben. That's not what I normally say, and it felt weird doing it. It's Friday night here in Azeroth, and I'm more than happy to be joining you here at the round table, ready to talk about some World of Warcraft. We're not alone. We brought a sometimes known, mostly troll. Just get out there in front of it right now. Marconin's with us.
Always de troll, me friends. Always de troll.
Yeah, see, exactly. That's how I knew you always, and that's how I will always know you. And you're not a gnome. And hi, Marconin, how's it going?
Oh, it's going all right. It's going all right. I'm glad you guys asked me to be on. It's good to be back, and it's good to be talking with you guys. I was actually thinking about it not too long ago. I was like, man, it's been a little while since I've talked to Ben and John. Hope they're doing all right. And of course, Twitter, I can see you're doing fine, but lo and behold, you asked me to be on. So it's good to be on. It's good to see you both, and it's good to see the chat room. Hey, everybody.
Oh, we're not doing fine.
No, I had the show recently. Poisoning.
Oh, you had food poisoning?
I did.
Yeah, we're both dying.
Oh goodness, I had that at Christmas, so I know that pain. Ugh, it's no fun.
I almost told the really inappropriate James Bond joke, but it didn't make sense. It was continuing to be inappropriate and didn't really make sense for food poisoning at Christmas time. So I don't know. Look it up. Which James Bond movie was that? It was a Pierce Brosnan one. You know the joke I'm talking about, where the girl's name is Christmas.
Oh,
I don't want to repeat the joke because I feel like we need to add the explicit tag if I do.
So anyways, Marconin, how are you doing? What's been going on in WoW with you? I mean, I know that you're on the.
Like if Ben just take the wheel and drive it right back on the road.
You're,
Yeah, coming back around. Let's try that again.
so okay, last week we kind of talked a little bit about how, I've started playing an Alliance tune and everything, and I've been able to do a little bit more. And I know that you've been venturing into the Horde life, the good Horde.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but good side. Sorry, I mixed that up a little bit. So I gotta ask, like, first and foremost, like, how far are you into the Horde's side of things?
Well, I've always loved playing my troll mage. It's the other side of the coin, and like Nevermore pointed out so quickly, upon me hitting level 120, I needed to get more characters up for Love is in the Air. So I was like, well, let's get the Horde side knocked out. Let me get ready for it, because when I get the chance to, I'm planning on race changing to Zandalari troll. If I can make him look kind of cool, I'll get him some back surgery, get him to the chiropractor, turn my troll into Zandalar. So can't wait for that. So what I did is I hit level 120, and so to do that, I went through Vol'dun and Zuldazar.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm slowly going through Nazmir. I just started that not too long ago because I need to, there's that whole list of stuff you have to do to get world quests and the war campaign and all that. So I haven't done any of the war campaign yet, but I've gone through 2 out of the 3 zones. So been pretty good. I've been enjoying it a whole lot. I really love the transmog that I have for my troll, which is the I think it's the Cruel Gladiator, where it's like the lightning from like the recolored T6 or tier 6, I think, with like the pointy red lightning shoulders and such.
Yeah.
So I've got that going. It's one of my favorite sets on the Alliance side in blue. So I had to give him the red one. Plus it matches our guild tabard, so I had to.
That works. Yeah. So you're not going for like, the really cool Zandalari troll transmog look?
Not yet. I do want to level one up. I've done the Lightforged Draenei. That's the only one I've done all the way to 120. But I would really, really like to do the Zandalari as well.
Oh,
but,
no, I meant like the zone drops that happen. Like that look.
Oh, those. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love those. I love those a lot. But when I hit 120, I was like, I have a very weird mishmash of troll armor on. So I'm like, I need something cool for the screenshot. Let me transmog into something a little more color coordinated. But yeah, I love this. I love the troll sets. In fact, I've got a transmog set that I use on my gnome where he's dressed up in like the feather shoulders, all that stuff, and it's really cool. So
I like that we're back to a place where we can say less armor is more armor. Mm-hmm. It took a long time to get here. We, Burning Crusade was the days of the iron bikini, and that being a big upgrade for you. And then we all went to the frozen north. We had to wear a lot of armor, and then there was a lot
cold up there.
Yeah, there was a lot of snow in our future, and we layered. We did a lot of layers and a lot of fur and a lot of stuff. And now we're finally back, ready to say, me wearing barely any clothes at all is the best protected me I can be.
Mm-hmm.
But now I just read into it, it just means I'm evading, technically. It's not that it provides better armor, I'm just so much more nimble.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is levels upon levels of growth that you've had.
Right. It's just like when I get home from work, like I'm moving a little sluggish because I got all my work clothes on. But then as soon as just off they come, I'm doing cartwheels around the house.
Yeah, pants off, dance off, yeah.
Yeah. There's a reason they say that. That's how it works.
Yeah.
You can't hit somebody who's doing cartwheels with arrows. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I do have to say, though, that something that I am missing out on a little bit is, like the whole class-specific gear. And, I mean, John, I don't remember if we've touched this at all or not, but it's one of those things where, well, I mean, we kind of talked about it with Tet last week, actually, but I don't like the old ear set too much, so I'm basically wearing just the Horde red leather look for the war fronts and stuff, and I think that looks really cool. I'm actually pretty happy with that, except for the headpiece. I think the headpiece looks a little weird, but like John, I think you kind of mentioned it before, where having everybody in the same thing kind of feels more like a uniform.
Yeah.
So like, if we're actually doing the whole like, hey, we're going into war, we're going to be fighting stuff, we're doing everything, and look, you can totally tell that I'm on the Horde side as opposed to the Alliance side because I'm not wearing blue and gold. So
Right, we're
Mhm.
not. This isn't the expansion for us to be unique, beautiful butterflies. We're in the war machine. We're in the rank and file. We're troops. Don't you forget it. You're just another soldier now, Ben. You thought you were important
Yeah.
to the Horde? Well, get in line next to the privates, because that's you.
you mean the rank private?
No, no, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
All next to the privates.
That's great. That's great.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, but I
Yeah.
do. I do agree with what you're saying, and I saw that in the Q&A that they had. They said, you know, are we going to see that? And they said, you know, this is something we're trying for this expansion, trying to theme it around where you're going. And there's a part of me that I guess does like that to some degree, but you know, it's so funny because I feel like so often the answer is the middle of what we're getting. Blizzard will say, well, this is where our stance is. And I go, eh. And then I see what people are asking for, and they're saying, well, we wish it was over here. And I go, eh. And where I would actually kind of be happy is somewhere in the middle, because what they said was, we like the idea of the armor looking like it came from the place you're raiding, which is kind
Yeah.
of a neat idea.
Yeah.
But then
I can dig that.
but then they said, we also don't want to make our artists try and reinvent what a priest is again for the 800th time. And it's like, well, but what I would like to see is what a priest would get out of the raid where we're at. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I do want to see that reinvented, because I want to see what a priest version of where we are looks like. And I know that's more armor sets for them. This should not surprise Blizzard. My stance is, yes, I want more armor sets from you. You don't do nearly enough each expansion.
Yeah.
I'm
And-
sure there's
and I
artists
like-
somewhere going, what? You're killing us.
Yeah,
Eh.
and I like that idea of trying to thread a needle between the two, because I love mage sets. I love the ones that are super magey. You can tell what I am from a distance, and I'm proud to be it.
Except for
But-
the chicken head.
Yeah, but I mostly don't transmog the helms at all ever,
Yeah.
because I've got the spiky white gnome hair or the blue mohawk for the trolls. So I want to show
I've
that
never
off.
seen spiky white hair on your troll. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Well, it's spiky blue hair for the horde. But anyway, but
Yeah,
yeah,
oh,
I would
that's-
love to
yeah,
see
okay.
like the Uldir cloth set has like the mask, and it's very, you know, kind of Titan, kind of hints at Titan stuff.
Yeah, but like
You know,
mixed with the natural world.
Yeah. Well, what you could do is like with the priest one, maybe have a slight like white glow on it, or, you know, white or purple glow for the void, for the shadow or something, and maybe have like an elemental accents to the shoulders. Keep the same base set, you know, of what it looks like, and then just add a couple little hints of your class to it. I think that might be a good way to thread the needle if they could do that. You know,
Yeah.
it wouldn't take as much time as completely redoing every class for every set, but just like have a template of
Right.
what the cloth armor is, like I like to have now, but just accentuate it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that would be a good way to kind of, you know, appease both sides a little bit.
I can
That
totally
way
see
they've got
that
less
happening
time.
too. Like,
Yeah.
just a group of adventurers going in to do stuff, and it's like, oh, this stuff's really neat, and then like a druid looking at, you know, a rogue wearing the same thing, and be like, cast a little druidic magic, and it's like, oh, now I've got, you know, some flowers on my shoulder or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's some roots or something going over the shoulders, or
They
you know,
just
some
roll
leaves
around
on
in the dirt for a while.
yeah.
I like that idea. Druids just put on armor and then they just go and just fall over, and then you just see them and they're just like a pig rolling around in mud for a little bit, just back and
Like
forth.
getting grass stains and stuff.
And then they
Mhm.
get up and they're like, "We're ready."
Yeah. And then the
The rogues
hunters
all-
just, you know, the hunters just kill something and then throw it on top of the armor. Like, okay, I'm good. Just like take a pelt and just tie it around the shoulders. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of the first things we fought were just blood trolls, so they've just got a
Yeah.
troll body just over their shoulder.
Yeah. It's like a bear skin rug, but it's like a troll skin rug, just arms flopping over. And then just,
They look like
It's
Rexar
like-
with a troll
yeah,
head.
exactly. It's like Weekend at Bernie's, just gonna just hold him and run around with it.
I just like the idea of having a body on your front and a body on your back, just with a rope around your waist holding both to you, just like, It's just like laying back, and you're just like, I'm armored. Let's
Yeah,
go.
it's like a blood troll sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, except someone's all like, "Oh God, that's grotesque," and then you just can't position the arms. No, look, they're hugging me. It's okay.
Yeah. Aw.
Oh, big
Of
group.
course, then again, that would make it
Blood
really
troll
hard to
hug.
shoot a bow or a gun.
Oh, not
Eh,
hard
cut
to
off the
shoot.
head and then be good.
Yeah, there you go.
Just another headless body hugging.
That happens a lot.
Cute and morbid. Aw.
A little bit, little bit.
Uh,
But oh no, go ahead, John.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
No.
I forgot because we both went at the same time, and it weirded me out.
Yeah,
Just
well, it's funny
canceled everything
because I have all of the different Warfront stuff on my Horde monk. When I swapped over to my Alliance monk, I have all the Warfront stuff for her too. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I swapped in, got into everything, and it's seriously, it's just like, oh, it's just blue and gold. Like that's all it is.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of looking at him like, oh, this looks really cool. And then I start like walking around and, going through Drustvar and stuff. And I'm like, this isn't practical. You're just all like, look at me. I'm over here.
I think blue and gold is the primary reason why I can't like the Alliance.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and blue and gold was the color scheme in Planet side of
The new conglomerate.
the new conglomerate. And Ben, you were there, right?
Yes, I was.
We hated the new conglomerate.
Well, it really came down to we hated the jackhammer.
Yes, the jackhammer was the most broken gun known to mankind. It was basically, because it was broken, a sniper shotgun that could kill you in one hit, and it was
Oh, wow.
bunk. And anyway, that game had 3 factions. It had the Vanu Sovereignty, I think I did that right, the Terran Dominion, and the new conglomerate, or neo-conglomerate. Was it
New
new or
conglomerate.
neo?
It was new.
Was it? Neo
Yeah, they're not
sounds
that
so
cool.
much cooler.
I know. Which way do you think they would go? The stupid
New,
way.
yeah, dumb. And anyway, new conglomerate was blue and gold, and nobody cared about the Vanu Sovereignty. They showed up, and people were just like, "Shut up, get out of here! Your stupid hover tanks, you guys can't even control." Like they
And-
just come over a hill and just veer into a tree.
And
But-
we'd basically just shoot them a couple times and then they'd just leave.
Yeah, they're like, "We're never gonna win." So the Terran Dominion, oddly enough, their color scheme was red and black.
I never realized the similarities between those. So what you're saying is if we do get a third faction, it is going to be purple and green?
Well, Sylvanas is kind of going her own way.
Yeah.
And if I had to pick colors for Sylvanas... But this makes me sad, because I would probably sign on with Sylvanas, and I don't want to equate her to the Vanu Sovereignty. Ugh. Yeah, nobody likes them.
But you get hover mounts.
You do get hover mounts. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
they're horses with no legs. They just hover around. Old skeleton horses.
Yeah. Anyway, so I hated them in Planet Side is the point. And so I feel like I'm predisposed to dislike the colors blue and gold together.
Blue and gold was my high school colors, but red and black was my college color. So, I've got equal appreciation for both.
Look it. See, it's what it made you today. Blue and silver
Yeah.
was my high school colors. I like blue and silver together.
Yeah,
My high school was red and blue.
nice.
You were at war with yourself.
Yeah, apparently.
Oddly bifaction.
Yeah, it's really open-minded. They would
Well, and-
constantly steal flags from themselves.
Well, and the funny thing is that my high school mascot was the Titans.
There you go.
So just my high school was Azeroth, apparently. Great.
Yeah.
Wait, okay,
High
hold
school.
on. What was your mascot, Marconin?
It was. Oh,
Yellow Jacket. Yep. It was an insect.
The red and blue yellow jackets. I
No,
don't know. Colors
Blue
don't
and,
matter.
Blue and gold. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
blue and gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
I kind of okay. That's
And
okay.
then red and black was the Red Wolves. So
the red wolves. I like that. I like when
Nice.
you incorporate the color right into look, let's be clear. We're not talking about gray wolves or
Yeah.
timber wolves.
Well,
we're talking about
we
red
were-
wolves.
we were the Indians for a long time, and then that changed that
and then you
while
were
I was
like,
there.
hey,
Good change.
So yeah, it's like okay, that's fine.
I could just picture like the mascot meeting. It's like, okay, what about wolves? How does that incorporate our school colors? What about red wolves? Done.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You got it.
Well-
mine was a Mustang.
Well, actually, the red wolves were indigenous to this part of Arkansas, so therefore they were appropriate as well.
Shut up, Shorty. Red wolves.
Get out of
Yeah.
here. Get us a troll to hang
Yeah.
out with. They're cool.
Yeah.
So, John, yours was a car?
You would think it if you looked at the parking lot, because let me remind you, it was a high school. But no, it was actually the horse.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I see.
Oddly enough, our rival high school was red and black, I believe, were their colors, and they were panthers, I think. Cougars? I don't know, some cat.
The natural enemy of the horse.
Yeah.
You gotta
Know
watch out for
that
that.
We trampled them.
Oh.
Big high five to my high school class it's no longer a high school anymore.
Is it an
Aw.
insane asylum?
No, it's a middle school now.
Ah.
So yes, it's an insane asylum, actually. You're right. Spot on. Nailed it.
Actually, you know, I gotta tell you, my high, I don't. Okay, so we're gonna get out of high school soon, but our rival was Coronado, and their mascot was the Dons.
The Dons? Like a mobster?
Yes.
That's interesting.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was the Titans versus the Dons. Yeah. It was interesting. Very weird.
My middle school mascot was the Griffins. And I don't know if we had colors. I don't remember. The place my college was the Artichokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our colors are pink and green, I think. Something like that. I don't know. They really didn't want to be associated with sports, so they picked dumb mascots and colors they didn't think anybody would like on the sports team.
Anyways, so speaking of factions, I got into what is it, the Raid of Dazzalor, whatever. I don't know how to say it anymore.
It's my favorite
Marconin?
X-Men, and now it's a raid.
But I keep going Jubilee, just. Pew!
Yep.
Anyways, Marconin, are you still raiding on the Alliance side?
I am. I raid on Mondays though, so I get to have one last romp into Uldir. But on next week, I'll get a chance to get in there and try it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This past Monday, the raid night was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna push it. You know, we just did like heroic bosses up until we just couldn't get them anymore. I'm like, all right, it's fine, it's whatever. We'll come back. We'll do the next raid next month or next week. Like whatever. We just kind of not really phoned it in, but it's just like we didn't try too hard. It's just like oh, we'll try. You know, we'll give it our best shot. You know, let's try it. Yeah, we're doing it, and then it's like, okay, we're not too mad about not making it.
Yeah, you're doing your best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really too beat up about not killing Gahoon, so I was like, I'll do them in a couple of patches when I've got like 500 item level gear or whatever. Just like
He's nasty anyway.
I like the idea that I love when you get to the point where it's just like everybody collectively hits that what if nobody cared mentality.
Yeah, and I had to play with the sound off in Uldir because and as Bim said in the chat, it's a gross place and it's just all that squishy, blood gushing, gross, Foley artist just mushing sounds, and it's just gross.
Yeah, like a fist in mayo.
Yeah, exactly.
What just happened?
We had a call back to a previous show.
Did we talk about that on a previous show?
Yes, we did.
Well, I didn't call back to it. It's just that whenever I think of a fist in mayonnaise, but...
Pretty much.
All right, great. Then we should go be Foley artists. It's clearly our passion.
I would love to be a Actually, you know what? For a while, I wanted to be one, but I never had any sort of drive of, hey, I should try to figure out how to be a Foley artist.
Right, that's the part that's hard. It's like, I like making weird sounds. I would like to make weird sounds to make a thing. I don't know how to do it. I'm just going to be passionate about it quietly on my own.
Just gonna
Yeah.
walk around going, pew.
Yeah. That's how all Foley artists were discovered. Somebody was
Yep.
walking down the street and they met someone just going, and they
Oh
went,
my gosh,
I have a
do
job
that.
for you. Come here.
Hey, kid, you got some talent. Why don't you come over here and put your fist in jar mayonnaise?
You got moxie. Can you put a fist in mayonnaise?
How do you feel
Get
about
out of
squishing watermelons between your feet?
Actually,
Boy, howdy.
that's the secret, is we've all secretly been approached to be Foley artists. We just thought it was too weird to say yes. Somebody was like, hey, I'll pay you to stick a fist in some mayonnaise. And you went, I was told about you in school. No.
Pull out the whistle that's around your neck. Stranger danger.
Oh my God, Bim. My school team is the Fist and Mayos.
Oh,
Fist
but,
and Mayo was my favorite Star Wars character. I was
Oh, yeah,
sad
he
the
was pretty
way he
good.
got killed off, though.
Yeah, he was one of the ones with a white lightsaber. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out.
But speaking of teams, though, so my raid team, we did actually get into the new raid and everything. We tried it out on Wednesday,
Yeah, we should
And-
probably talk about that.
and it went okay. You know, friends and family. It took a little bit for us to kind of figure out what was going on with it and everything, but we did down the first boss, so I was pretty happy about that.
good.
But I gotta say, it's really weird when you're watching a video for like strategy and everything like that for the alliance side of things. So like we showed up and everything, like, okay, this is cool, this is great, and the arena is like a ton smaller than what the video showed because we're horde members and we're fighting someone else.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's try and figure out how to do this. And like mole machines are popping up and stuff, so we have no idea how to deal with, like, okay, are they spawning randomly? What's going on here? And I mean, we had a lot of fun, and I mean that fight is all about ad management, and when you don't have a lot of like interrupts and stuff, it's really hard to do everything. And I mean, it was interesting, but I was so happy that we had new content though, because
Yeah.
oh my God, oh dear, you're right. It's just gross. That place is horrible. Like, I don't like that place. Like, the fights are neat, but I don't
Yeah.
like that place at all.
That's like whenever we get somebody new for Fetid Devourer, it's just like, what does this boss do? He eats stuff and pukes. It's just like, he's the bulimic boss. He just
Yeah.
eats it, pukes, eats, pukes. Just like stand outside of the stuff, stand outside of the puke, kill the thing.
Yeah, John,
just
that's
like,
the one with the wall eggs.
Oh, wall eggs.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like
The one that I
movie,
still don't
but it's
exactly
sad when
know.
wall eggs gets crushed by the thing.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
Just gonna keep throwing them out there till one of them sticks, everybody.
To the
Yep.
wall.
I didn't raid. I haven't played since the new patch. I'm here to listen and make jokes. Hello.
Yeah, I know. You can join us on Sunday if you want. We're going to be going after the second boss, which is a giant gorilla.
Gorilla.
A gorilla. And what's really cool is that the Alliance gets to fight him after we kill him.
Ew.
Yep. Yeah, he's got
Because-
like his face torn off and stuff, and we get to fight like the zombie gorilla.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a
That's-
really cool concept.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So what's the idea? The idea being like, let's go kill the biggest, meanest thing we can find, then raise it to be undead and send it after the Alliance?
I don't know because we haven't gotten to him yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, in the war campaign, the Alliance takes this guy, the gorilla guy. He's like the smartest gorilla in Zuldazar.
Oh, yeah.
And he wants the Alliance to go away. So
He's our buddy.
so we
did
figure out a
quests for
way.
him.
Yeah. Well, we figure out a way to make him stronger, and he's like, yes, we must defeat them, make me stronger. And so we make him so strong that he loses his sanity and goes insane. And then we
Oh, man.
point him at you and say, go.
That's
Yeah.
messed up.
There better be a Hulk smash somewhere in there, otherwise that's sad. But oh man, that's a bummer because he was a really cool guy to do quests for.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's the Alliance just ruining everything.
Always ruining
man.
stuff.
Hey, he knew the risks. We told him that if we made him that strong, he'd probably lose his sanity. And he's like, that is all right. I can pay that sacrifice for yada yada or whatever it says. So
No, it's cool, man. I don't mind losing myself entirely because I'm the smartest gorilla we have, but apparently I'm not smart enough to stop doing drugs.
yeah.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like a cool fight, and I do love the whole idea that as you go through, like the second part of the raid is like we turn into alliance players and get told, quote unquote, told what happens.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually really excited for this. I did hear the sad thing that your transmog doesn't actually carry over, which is kind of a bummer.
Oh, it doesn't?
That's what I've heard.
Huh.
I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, it'd be really weird to see alliance members running around in like, you know, the Horde Warfront gear.
Yeah.
So
Well, I could see it transferring over to the Alliance equivalent and vice versa. So, like, if you're in
Maybe.
the Horde Warfront gear, if you switch over to the Alliance Warfront gear, I could understand that. But, yeah.
possibly. But I mean, it's got to be something that's set for like you know, when if you're Horde and you go to like the Culling of Strathome, you turn into an alliance race of some sort. Otherwise, it's like, oh, you're a panda, okay, you're gonna be this panda, and every panda is that panda, and there's just clones running around. And it's like, okay, this is a good retelling of what happened, or is the storyteller just has a horrible lack of imagination, so everyone looks the same?
I like that
haven't-
idea. They were all pandas. It'd actually be a fun random generator if they could do it. Just
Yeah.
every time you select it, the storyteller's like, it was an army of gnomes. Everybody's a gnome for that run because the narrator says so.
Oh, that could be actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, it could be.
Except, I mean, no one wants to be a gnome.
Right,
But
that
other
should
than
be
that-
removed because it's unfair.
I'm sorry, Marconin.
It's okay.
John's
take
just
it in
really
stride.
rude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to it.
I'm only rude to gnomes. We got nothing but 2 blood elves and a troll hanging out here. We're all good. Nobody needs to feel bad.
No gnomes in here.
Yeah.
Except
See?
I'm a panda.
Oh, right. You're a panda now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, we did try out. What was it? Shoot, stupid things that you do while you're waiting for people to show up to raid. So, okay, you guys know Portal Roulette,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, you mage cast a whole bunch of portals all on top of each other. You click one. Because of that, I'm glad that I'm a panda and that I have Zen Flight on my bar, so that if I do get Ancient Dalaran, I just hit that and I'll be fine. Don't have to worry about anything. So, I'm always bragging about how because I'm a panda, I'm bouncy. So I'm like, I wonder if I can survive that fall. Let's find out. So, we had old man Frank just cast me an Ancient Dalaran. I'm like, okay, cool. I walk right up, just click. I'm just like, okay, we're gonna fall. We're gonna see what happens. And I died. I was a little bummed about that. I'm like,
Weren't
I
bad.
feel like it was just past the threshold.
Yeah.
And then Semi suggested something. What if you were a panda rogue?
Yeah, you'd probably be fine.
So I've got to get on my rogue and have someone cast Ancient Dalaran and try it.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Okay, well, we'll
Yeah.
check back next week. Do your science.
yeah.
I will do my science. This is my homework for
How
this week.
bouncy is a troll or a panda rogue? I just keep wanting to say troll. Troll.
That's okay.
I'm really excited about when the trolls get added to the game. It turns out it wasn't this patch, which I guess I kind of knew in the back of my
Well,
head.
technically this wasn't
Yeah.
a patch.
Yeah, but it was a patch to me.
Yeah, I know it was to me too.
It
So,
was to most people that know what patches are.
but
I was bummed about that too.
I was like, oh, is this the time? Because I wasn't gonna raid. I didn't care. And so I was gonna make a new troll, and I was like, yeah, I'm so ready for it. And I was like, no, that's not coming yet. That's coming in the next one. And then it was like, well, here's the thing. I know that they kind of put it out as it's ready, and it's fine, and this isn't a serious complaint. But here's the thing. They put out this raid, and a bunch of people who raid get excited, and that's great, and that's fun for them. This would be the perfect time to put in a new race for somebody like me that's like, I don't want to raid. Everybody's excited about the game, but I don't want to play it right now.
Yeah.
But if they had done that, I would. Now instead it's in the next, where they're also putting other new single-player content, so they're going to add it, and at the point where I would be like, yes, finally, I'm gonna instead just keep playing my Blood Elf because now there's gonna be new single player stuff to progress forward.
Yeah,
Well-
that's when they had the Brawlers Guild, right?
I don't know. I just
I
know
think.
that that's when we start seeing some
Stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, because there's another mount with the Brawlers Guild, so I have to get through that. Got to do it
What's
Do you
the
collect
mount?
mounts?
occasionally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Occasionally,
Because you have all of them at this point.
I wish.
I
There's still some elusive ones.
I keep thinking that once I get a really lucky mount drop, I'm gonna just dive right into going all in on mount collecting again. And every time I think that, I remember that I've been using the same mount since like Burning Crusade, and I need to just stop convincing myself I need to become a mount collector. There is no reason for me to do it. I have no intention of changing my mount.
Probably a
What-
good idea.
What mount is it?
It is the fiery hippogriff from the trading card game, not the one
Oh, okay.
from Hyjal. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've been using it since then. It's probably not going to change.
It's a good one.
They'd have to
It
put
is-
in something that's a smaller mount that is equally as cool, and I don't see everybody else on it. I can see other people on it, but it can't be something that's like so cool that everybody's on it.
Now you could go get the red flying cloud from Pandaria.
No, I don't
That's
like
one that's a little
surfing on the
disc.
cloud. No.
Well,
Okay.
Blood
technically
elves
you're on a
don't look
manhole
cool
cover.
when they're on the but they don't look cool on it because they get down crouched like they're, I don't know, like a cat about to jump off something high.
Yeah. Just like when
Yeah.
they're on the carpets.
Yeah. Doesn't look good.
I wish you could just like sit down and be comfy, like Goku on Nimbus,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just sitting there, just woo, having fun.
Oh, the other thing. So I just saw Allura for real in the chat say Headless Horseman mount for the win. Also needs to be a mount that doesn't have the weird side wobble when it's running on the ground.
Oh yeah,
Because
Yeah,
that
where
is
it's like-
what prevents me from doing the Headless Horseman mount. Yep. I don't like
yeah.
it.
No, Headless
Yeah.
Horseman mount's really nice. I still wish that Attunement mount would drop. Of course, I stopped farming that like a long time ago because I'm just like, I've seen it drop once, and I didn't get it, and that's fine. But that person doesn't play WoW again, so that makes me sad.
That's
gonna
like the that's like when the Raptor dropped in the original Zul'Gurub, and my roommate rolled against me and got it, and then he quit playing WoW. And that was like 3 resets before Cataclysm got rid of it. And I'm like,
Now, just
Hmm.
to be fair, did he quit playing WoW the day after he got it as just a final FU?
no, thankfully not.
Nail
Like
in
within
the
6
coffin.
months, he stopped.
Oh, within
Like-
6 months though, that's still no.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I'm glad there weren't any sharp objects around me because his chair was like just to the left of me, and I just turned and stared daggers into the back of his head for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I
see,
was so mad, so mad.
when I stole mounts from John, I was in an entirely different place, so I felt safe for a while.
Mounts can ruin friendships.
Mm-hmm.
They can.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they haven't ruined mine yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've been on,
yeah.
you've been on the same mount since Burning Crusade, and nothing's gonna get you to change.
You know what mount I've never been on, Ben? Never been on a Brewfest Ram. Never been on
Oh.
a Brewfest Kodo.
How many times did you try for it the last 3 Brewfests?
It's not what matters.
Oh no, it does. Because if you don't care about, or if you cared about getting it, you'd still be hunting
You
it.
broke my heart, Fredo.
Did you go to Coronado?
Anyway. Not
Yeah,
that
anyway.
I'm still hung up on something from when Brewfest was first put into the game.
It is a
Yeah.
cool mount though.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's the best riding mount there is.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you know what sound it makes? It goes "Ah," when you hit spacebar. It's pretty cool. Anyways, no, I know what it's like when you do get like a really awesome mount or whatever, and it's something that you've been hunting for a while. It's a rare drop, and you do think everything's gonna drop now, because that's exactly what happened when I got invincible. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try and get the one that I really want, which was the blazing drake, so I can get the emerald drake, because that's the last thing I need for that achievement. And no,
Still hasn't dropped for you?
still hasn't dropped.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I've stopped hunting it weekly.
I'm just going to do the
Oh,
quick and
gotcha.
dirty on this because it needs to be said and I'm still mad about it and I'm going to bring it up. And chat room mentioned it and they're misunderstanding the point. I understand you're all deleting this mount. The principle of the thing is what I'm mad about. It's not that I want the ram. It's not that I want the Kodo. It's that Ben and I went. I had never won the ram. He won the ram. I said, good to you, bully, fantastic. I was very happy for Ben. Then the Kodo dropped, and I thought, surely my friend who just got his ram will allow his best friend to take the Kodo, the runner-up prize, and greedy, selfish, should play a freaking rogue Ben was like, I don't have the Kodo, and rolled and beat me on that one too. So I got no mounts, and he got both mounts because he's selfish.
And the reason I did is because that year they added the hops that let you ride one of them so that it works towards a long, strange trip. If they hadn't done that, you were going to get that Kodo.
I think that if I went back and checked it, that is some revisionist history.
No,
because the long,
I said that
strange trip
exactly.
did not happen until the following year.
No, the
That
first
was
time
how you felt better about it.
No, the first time I did Brewfest was the year that was there, because I wasn't playing the game yet
Ben,
when the first Brewfest happened.
I don't believe you, and you won't convince me otherwise.
I can pull up when I started playing WoW, and we can find when the first Brewfest was.
Let me reiterate the second point. You won't convince me otherwise.
Well, regardless, was it Hunts the Wind? No, it might have been a Dahi. No, that's right. We went in with the Dahi, and the Kodo and the Ram both dropped at the same time, and he won both
Wow.
of them. I'm not saying that I'm totally not at fault for this, because yeah, I totally took those mounts and I won them both. But I'm saying on a different attempt, that also happened, and that was actually amazing.
That is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That feat in and of itself is so impressive that it's hard to get mad about it because it's just like, how? But
But the thing is like you and I went. It was I think it was like the first time we actually did it. It was the very first time I was in there, and the ram dropped. And then I'm like, I'm gonna keep going with you to hopefully it drops again.
yes,
And then
you
it was
went
like- it was like
under
the
the
second
guise of
or
I'm
the
gonna
third
help you
one.
get it.
Yeah, the ram. The ram didn't drop again.
You fucking asshole.
It's all love and hugs and smiles in the show today. Welcome to Marconin's marriage counseling. We need to work through some issues here.
Hi, Marconin. My best friend betrayed me.
Hi, Marconin. My best friend's holding a grudge over something I totally did.
It was a really long time ago, though.
Yeah. It was my first Brewfest, which was the second Brewfest.
I wanted that Kodo so bad because it's the only way that I could get one back then.
That's why I wanted a ram.
Yep. I got the RAM before I got the Kodo. I got the RAM like 2 years or 3 years before I finally got the Kodo.
Yeah,
Very
but,
happy about that.
To be fair, though, I used to be super lucky with mounts. Like I think it was the first time we went to go see Headless Horseman too, and the Headless Horseman mount dropped, and I got that.
It did.
Ah,
Yes, this was a trend for years
Yeah.
following, till I just stopped going to places with Ben when mounts would drop because I knew better.
jeez.
Yeah, I used to be really lucky with them, and I mean, granted, once I put in a lot of time and stuff, yeah, I've gotten a lot of the rare mounts and everything, but it's a lot of constant running and getting things like I know I told my story about the pure blood fire when Eludra and I would run Firelands just
Mhm.
to get her Terragosa's Wrath, legendary. And finally, on the very last time that she had to go, I'm like, wouldn't it be great if the mount finally dropped? Because then we don't ever have to set foot in here. And she finished her staff. I got my mount. It was great timing.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Then the time I randomly got Nimron's head, like before I finished my legendary in Ulduar, I mean, it's one of those things where if you have another goal, it makes it a lot easier to actually, hunt some of those rare mounts.
That's the secret. Have another goal.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I still maintain, although it didn't pan out when you got invincible, the best logic I've ever had is if you see someone on Twitter go, I got blank, log in and try for it, because it's worked for me. And because it worked once, it must work all the time.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for with Love is in the Air this year, because good buddy Draven Dresden, a buddy of mine, got his last year after thousands of attempts. And so I'm hoping that maybe now that he has it, that luck will finally smile on me. So I'm going to have to try every single day that I can.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it comes down to how much do you love the game?
Oh, enough to try. Enough to try.
Okay. And okay, if I remember correctly from last year, only like a certain level range would actually get them out, right?
Yeah, pretty much real close to max level. I'm shot in the dark. I think it's like 118 to 120.
Okay. Because
That'll be it.
Before, when you were running like a whole bunch of level 20s through there and stuff.
Yes. Yeah, they changed that the very next year. They were like, no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. Fun police.
Here's my prediction for you, Marconin.
Mm-hmm.
You've put in a lot of years working towards this goal. You've put in a lot of prep to get yourself there. Now, you've prepped. You have the most characters that you've ever been able to try on than ever before. So it will drop on your first attempt on your main character.
I would be very, very happy if that would happen, because then I wouldn't have to do anything else. I'd be like, okay, I'm good.
Here's what you should do.
I'm good.
Also, you should stream it. You should prepare a long stream of, I'm going to be streaming all of my attempts and make a big deal out of all of my attempts. And you'll get an early drop. That's what happened. Sorry, I'm going to just keep sidetracking the show today. It's just how it's going to be.
What? You sidetrack? Never.
So when the new Doom came out, I got stuck on a boss. I couldn't beat it. I couldn't beat the Cyber Demon. Like, there was just a whole pattern and a whole thing, and I just wasn't learning it. I thought, well, if I'm going to just die over and over again to this Cyber Demon, I might as well let the internet see it and make fun of me while I do it. So I said, all right, come watch me bang my head against the Cyber Demon for a while. And I killed it on the first try as soon as I started the stream up. And I was like, well, that was the stream, everybody. Thanks.
Take it easy, folks.
I think if you do all of these things,
if you
try to make an event out of getting it, life will step in and go, I'll show him. I'll just give it to him right away. And then you'll have it.
Yeah.
I would be very happy with that.
That's how I got Invincible. I mean, I was, working on streaming a whole bunch so that Sarah's always constantly giving me the I hate you look when I mention that I got Invincible, and I feel bad about that. Anyways.
Yeah,
Oh, did you get Invincible?
Yeah, she's distracted with Overwatch. Okay, we're good.
There you go.
But the thing is like I was basically just trying to get the sub button for Azeroth Roundtable, so I'll just jump on, do a couple mount runs and stuff. See what happens, and then it just kind of dropped, and I'm like, ooh.
See, he made an event out of it.
Yeah.
Like when I was going for the Fox, I made an event out of that too.
Yeah. Well, and I did the mount runs last year. I streamed it every single day, every attempt.
But how much grandiose did you put behind it?
Yeah, you've got to really play it up on Twitter.
I made like an overlay, and I made memes, and I played it up pretty big.
Okay, you got to roll it back a little bit. If you go too big, then Fate's going to laugh at you like he put too much faith into it. There's a sweet spot between.
Gotta thread that needle.
Yeah.
Basically, what you want is fate to mock you, but give you what you want in the right way. If you go too over the top, fate's gonna mock you by going, "Look at all the effort you wasted." If you don't do enough, it's just not gonna pay you any attention. You need to do just enough for fate to go, "Look at the extra effort. Let's make it worth nothing." That's where you need to get it.
All right. Because right now I only have 2 characters that I can run that on. So maybe if I get like maybe 1 more, 2 more,
Yeah.
then I'll just, that's what I'll do as soon as I get off of here. Just start leveling.
Just start leveling. If you put in that time for extra characters to run it, you will get it on your first run.
Yeah.
I sure hope so.
Actually, Winchester does recommend bringing me along.
That's true, yeah.
Because I will totally
listen
take
to
it
our
from you.
show while you're running it.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's also that. Listen to us, especially if we're live.
Our show is statistically proven to help people get what rare drops they want in.
Rare
now
drops,
that sounds
past
like an ad,
challenges.
but we have heard plenty of evidence to support that fact.
Yeah, we've had people beat the Mage Tower while listening to us. We've had people get random drops. The
Ashes of Alar has dropped a lot while the show was going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well then, I know what I'm doing on Friday nights from now on. Mount runs.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, it doesn't work for us at all because
No.
we're just,
Well,
yeah, but we help so many people, and that's our good karma out there.
Look at us pat ourselves on the back real hard at the end of this episode. Just got out the
we're just
slappy hands and just went at it.
Well, I am bounty, not from Ancient Dalaran Heights, though.
Nope, not quite that high.
Man, I gotta say though, I really do like the apothecary fight though. It's pretty good. And what I usually do is so I'll grab the 2 different types of colognes or whatever, and the first one that gets thrown out, I click that one and just stand in the puddle.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to worry about anything else. And I'm a healer, so I can just stand places. I don't have to chase things around, of course. But it's a fun fight. It's really easy to do.
The reason I like this time of year is because people won't shut up about the love rocket. And I have a mind that lives and breathes and dies in the gutter. And I just think inappropriate thoughts the entire time. And I just see so many people like, this is the year I get my love rocket. And I'm just like, I'm so happy for all of you.
Well, I mean, to be fair, all of the Valentine's Day achievements just don't sound right.
No, they did it. They know what they were doing.
Oh yeah,
they knew why they made it a rocket and called it the love rocket. They know what they're doing.
With a zebra print cushion and everything.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Man, I might have to actually really try for it this year. I think last year I think I did the love rocket attempt once, and I'm like,
Yeah, I think I usually do. I think I usually will try one time for these mounts, and then they don't drop, and I just go, ugh.
It's never gonna.
It wasn't meant to be. I put in no effort and got no result.
See, John, you need to put in just the right amount.
I know. Yeah, there's a certain
Gotta
amount.
thread that needle.
Yeah, threaded good. Stitch up your chances.
Ew.
I don't know what that means.
What is that? Yeah. That's not a thing. Nobody does that.
No.
Yeah, that's. We go back to Fists of Mayo.
No, that's good. That's good.
No, that's not a good transition either. Thank you,
That's the
Marconin.
worst. Before we go, though, I did see something that's on Twitter today that totally shows how evil the Alliance actually is.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so...
Ben's just we didn't get enough emails from Alliance people last week. Let's just make sure we hammer it home.
No, it was just something I saw, and I'm kind of oh, I didn't even think of that. That's a bummer.
Okay, go ahead, Ben.
So, if you're going through the whole zone, the raid zone, the down zone,
okay.
If you're Horde and you go through, how raids, they funnel you through different pathways and everything like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the ways they do it in this is they have a dead brontosaurus blocking one of the ways.
Aw.
Every horde, it's like, oh, there's only one way that could have died there.
Old age.
Okay, there's two ways.
Knowing the way Blizzard sometimes tells the Alliance story, that's very well possible that in the raid, at some point the Alliance rolls up and the Brontosaurus just pulls a tauntaun and just goes, "Eh," and falls over, and they go, "Us being noble, stalwart champions are sad for the falling of an innocent creature so tainted by the Horde. But we should make good use of it and use it to block the road strategically. Sir Gregory grabbed its neck. Sir Cuddles the tail." And
No
then,
pull.
yeah, now press space.
No,
Eve.
not opposite directions.
I believe that. I believe this is a part of the raid.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you know when I see the Alliance side.
Okay, I'd appreciate that info.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, the Alliance is just, it's quality of life, not quantity. Just put it out of its misery.
Yeah. This
Oh,
poor
man.
creature served the Horde. We must end its misery.
Yeah, there's too many of them. No, there isn't. Do you know how much money these things cost? You're monsters.
Speaking of, can the Alliance just get the Brutosaur mount, like, in your place? I forget what it's called.
You mean the auction house one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone
yeah,
just
we can
sells
buy
it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey.
Oh, it was 5 million gold, so it's
Oh yeah. But no, I just
still expensive.
Some guy just kind of standing up. Come here, got something to show you. Like,
Opens
takes
his
you
coat
back
pocket.
Yeah.
A dinosaur
Open his
comes
trench coat.
down.
He opens his trench coat, and the head comes through, and it turns out he's standing on the top of a cliff. He's just
Yeah.
got a big old hole in the back of his coat. Just opens it up, the head comes out. You want to buy one of these?
Good God.
How has no one noticed this giant brontosaurus behind you?
Yeah, he's standing on the wall.
He's
Yeah.
got trees spray painted on his side of his body.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just cracking me up.
That got Ben. All
Oh
right.
my God.
Oh,
I would love to see that.
Just from the other angle, just this giant dinosaur body and a guy up at the top with this big old coat and a head sticking
Yeah.
through it.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's just like the back of the coat has like a slit just to wrap around its neck.
Yep.
You'd be like, ooh.
And why does he have to keep it a secret anyway? Why can't he just be an
No.
exotic goods vendor?
Well, because you need a license for that.
Oh, he doesn't have it.
And this is a pirate town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the zoning permits.
Wouldn't want to sell anything illegal in the giant pirate town.
Oh my gosh, no, that'd be absolutely amazing.
Oh.
Just the inspector comes up, just buttons up the coat. Ooh.
What have you got there? Nothing. Just a man with a coat standing next to a bunch of trees.
There's like this giant bulge on his right side that the coat's
Yeah.
covering.
It's eating grass by his feet. You
And
just
then
see
it
grass
sneezes and the
getting
coat
pulled
flaps.
up. All right.
What's going on? I'm hungry.
My, must feed
My
my
stomach.
coat.
Yeah.
I must feed my goat.
All right. Well, we have fed Ben's giggles long enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man, Marconin, thank you so much for joining us. I always appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Thanks for having me. It was good to be back. Good to see you
Yeah.
guys.
The most important episode we've ever done. I feel like we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
People are going to go into this new
Oh.
patch informed and ready to go.
Yep.
I just keep picturing it.
Stop. You have to end the show, Ben.
I know, I'm getting there.
Oh,
I
my
love the
favorite
trees are painted on the side of it.
Yeah. Some
Anyways,
goblins have set up shop on his back, not knowing it's a brontosaurus.
Dude, little kids are building a treehouse on its back.
Yeah.
Anyways, Marconin, until next time, where can people find you?
Best place to find me is on Twitter at Marconin Wow. That's MarConinWow.
All right. Hey, John, what about you? Where can people find you?
If you want to hear more from me, follow me on Twitter at John_Jagger. You can catch me talking about Heroes of the Storm on Core.
Core!
That is the Heroes of the Storm show I do, part of the Frog Pants Network. Also, part of the Frog Pants Network is There Will Be Dungeons, a Dungeons & Dragons show where me, Bo Schwartz, Scott Johnson, Kyle Ferguson, and Kristen Ashton all play Dungeons & Dragons. It's a lot of fun. You should check it out. More information about that at therewillbedungeons.com. Also, I'm starting to stream a little bit more, or trying to anyway, and I'm going to start a stream right after this show. So if you're hearing this on the podcast, go look up a VOD, because it's already over. But if you're here live, check out my channel, twitch.tv/Revendon, Revendawn. I'm going to be playing Resident Evil 2.
Ooh.
With Leon S. Kennedy.
And Claire,
Danes.
no middle initial given, Redfield. Not Danes.
Claire Danes.
But if
Redfield.
Claire Danes wants to join me, I would let her join me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've established it, so now it must be true. Marconin, where can people find Ben?
Right here on the show.
Just really throw off the dynamic here at the end and put Marconin in an awkward spot.
Marconin, let me take care of this.
I mean, you can find him on Twitter. I mean, it's at Ben the Mage.
Okay.
I mean, that's the best place to find him.
Good. So
right.
far,
So, I
off
know
to
that.
a good start.
Okay.
And then you may continue.
Okay, and I'm sure what my guest was going to say is that you can also find me on Battle Pets, the
Yes.
show I do with Eludra called Battle Pets, where we talk about battle pets in the World of Warcraft.
Battle Pets.
Battle Pets.
Yeah. I'm also going to be streaming after. No, I'm kidding. But I am going to be streaming soon, because I started on a path with clickers.
Like reprogramming your garage door.
No. Like the things that are really freaking scary in The Last of Us.
Ooh.
So I've got 2 hours down, two episodes up on my YouTube channel, which it isn't worth mentioning because I don't have a cool link. But I'm going to get back into that very, very soon. I know I've said that before, but it's actually going to be happening. So when that happens, twitch.tv/Ben Bumhoff.
Yay!
Yeah. But this show, Azeroth Roundtable, you can always find us on Twitter at AzerothRT. If you have any questions, comments, want to tell us about your ideas on how to smuggle in a Brontosaurus, go ahead and send those to AzerothRoundtable@gmail.com. And of course, all of our episodes are found on AzerothRoundtable.com, as well as wherever else you can find, some wonderful podcasts. And if you want to join our Discord, there should be a permanent link on AzerothRoundtable.com. Just go ahead and check it out there.
That's right. This show made possible by you, yes, you, and others who went to patreon.com/AzerothRT. Thank you for those who do, and go and help us make this show. You're a part of this, for good and for bad. You know, sometimes you do things that you can tell your family about, and sometimes you do things that you just keep to yourself. And regardless of how you feel about your contributions to the show, patreon.com/AzerothRT is where you go to get the weird out or be proud of your actions. Loud and proud. These people are loud and proud because we give them a shout out every week. They are the Murloc Club. That's Aaron Somdi, Haster, Jesse O, Jim G, Caleb L, M, and Sash. Thank you so much for being part of the Murloc Club. You can join the Murloc Club or just be a patron in general by going to patreon.com/AzerothRT. I gave the link 3 times, which I'm sure some marketing person would tell you is the correct amount.
Yes,
And
because you know what they
others
say:
would
it's
tell you-
location, location, location.
Is one short.
Yeah. You know, when you're in a fighter,
Patreon.com/AzerothRT. I covered it all. We're done.
when you're in a fighter plane, they always, issue certain commands 3 times just to make sure they're serious. You know, like abort, 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 or eject, eject, eject.
Or there's a bird, there's a bird, there's a bird.
Yeah, something like that. So at this time, we're going to say goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye. Thanks for joining us, and be good to each other.
Goodbye.
Adios.
See ya.
Oh, I stopped before see ya.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah. Are we able to raid a channel that's not streaming yet?
No.
Okay. Okay, so hey everybody, go check out John's stream at twitch.tv/Revendon. He's going to be doing Resident Evil 2 very shortly here.
Yeah, gonna probably try and start that up at about 9:30. It's 9:06 right now by my time. That's Mountain Time. So we're gonna do it in about 20 minutes. This is the goal. We'll play some Resident Evil.
All right. So in the meantime, bye everybody. Have fun, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Enjoy your weekend. You did it. You made it. Have fun, everybody. Bye.